While most of us are familiar with strange animals like the platypus, narwhals, or even the anglerfish, there's a whole world of creatures out there that are even weirder, and chances are you've never heard of them, from deep-sea critters to mammals that look like they're straight out of a fantasy novel, including some recently discovered animals on our list, are all 100% real. Get ready to meet 20 of the strangest, most unbelievable animals you never knew existed. The star-nosed mole is undoubtedly one of nature's most peculiar creations. Its most striking feature is its unique snout, which at first looks like tiny fingers, but are actually 22 fleshy pink appendages arranged in a star-like pattern. This strange star isn't merely decorative, it is an incredibly sophisticated sensory organ, containing over 25,000 minute sensory receptors known as Eimer's organs. This allows the mole to detect and identify prey with astonishing speed and precision. In fact, the star-nosed mole holds the record for the fastest foraging mammal, capable of identifying and consuming food in as little as 120 milliseconds. That is about as fast as a human eye blink. The star-nosed mole is semi-aquatic, a great swimmer, and is often found in wetlands. It can even smell underwater by exhaling air bubbles onto objects and then re-inhaling them to analyze scents. Despite its small size, typically around 6 to 8 inches long, the star-nosed mole is a marvel of evolutionary adaptation. This fish looks like it has a whole double-sided saw attached to its face, and that's the reason why it's called a sawfish. The sawfish is a creature that seems to have stepped straight out of prehistoric times, and in many ways, it has. It has been around for over 100 million years and is a living link to the past. This remarkable fish, often mistaken for a shark, is easily identified by its elongated saw-like rostrum, which is lined with sharp tooth-like structures called denticles. This rostrum serves multiple purposes. It is used to detect, stun, and capture prey, as well as to defend against predators. Remarkably, the sawfish's rostrum is equipped with specialized electroreceptors, allowing it to sense the faint electrical fields produced by other animals, and this feature makes it an exceptionally skilled hunter. Sawfish are ovoviviparous, meaning their young develop inside eggs that hatch within the mother's body before being born live. These can grow to impressive lengths, with some species reaching up to 20 feet. Despite their fearsome appearance, they aren't a threat to humans. Cute? Maybe. Creepy? Absolutely. Have a look at this long-fingered lemur native to Madagascar. It's called Ai and is one of the most unusual primates on Earth. With its large, bat-like ears, bushy tail, and perpetually startled eyes, it looks like a creature from a fantasy novel, but its most bizarre feature is its elongated skeletal middle finger, which it uses to tap on tree trunks to locate grubs. This behavior, known as percussive foraging, is similar to how woodpeckers find food. Once it detects a hollow spot, the Ai gnaws a hole in the bark and uses that spindly finger to extract its meal. Sadly, it is often considered a bad omen in Malagasy culture, and in the local lore, it's known to bring bad luck and death and must be killed on sight. This has led to the death of so many that they are now protected by law. Here's another strangely alien-looking animal on the list. The pangolin is a truly extraordinary mammal, often described as a walking artichoke due to its body covered in overlapping keratin scales. These scales, which make up about 20% of its body weight, act as armor against predators. When threatened, the pangolin rolls into a tight, nearly impenetrable ball, a defense mechanism that has earned it the nickname Scaly Anteater. Pangolins are nocturnal and feed almost exclusively on ants and termites, using their long, sticky tongues to lap up thousands of insects each night. Their tongues are so long that they are anchored to their pelvis rather than their throat. Sadly, pangolins are the most trafficked mammals in the world, hunted for their scales and meat, which are falsely believed to have medicinal properties. All 8 pangolin species are threatened with extinction, making its conservation efforts critical. This striking bird is the only species of seabirds where the male and female look very different. It's called the magnificent frigate bird and is truly a master of the sky. It has a wingspan of up to 8 feet, complemented by the unmistakable silhouette. Males are particularly colorful with a bright red throat pouch called a gular sac, which they inflate like a balloon during courtship displays to attract females. These birds are known for their incredible flying abilities. They can stay airborne for weeks at a time, even sleeping while gliding on thermal currents. Frigate birds are also notorious for their kleptoparasitic behavior, which means they often steal food from other birds in midair, earning them the nickname Pirates of the Sky. Despite their aerial prowess, they are awkward on land and cannot swim as their feathers lack waterproofing. The Brazilian treehopper, Bocchidium globular, is a tiny otherworldly insect with a helmet-like structure resembling a cluster of orbs. Found in South America's tropical forests, this bizarre creature uses its needle-like mouthparts to feed on plant sap. The purpose of its extraordinary globular protrusions remains a mystery, but the entomologists believe it aids in camouflage, predator deterrence, or mating displays. Despite its sci-fi appearance, it's harmless and plays a role in its ecosystem as both a herbivore and prey. Golden snub-nosed monkeys are some of the most distinctive primates thanks to their upturned, almost comical noses. They're found in the mountains of Asia, especially in southern China, extending into Myanmar and Vietnam. These monkeys have evolved their unique snouts to prevent frostbite in their cold, high-altitude habitats. Their thick fur and stocky bodies further help them endure harsh winters. Their noses are so prominent that rainfall can cause them to sneeze, leading them to tuck their heads between their knees during storms. They are also very vocal and can communicate without showing any visible sign of mouth movement. Sadly, snub-nosed monkeys are critically endangered due to habitat loss and hunting. Yeti crabs are deep-sea dwellers that look like they've been plucked from a mythical realm. Named after the legendary Yeti, these crabs are covered in long, silky, hair-like bristles called setae, which give them a furry appearance. But this fur isn't for warmth, it's actually home to colonies of bacteria that the crabs farm for food. These animals were discovered pretty recently, in 2005 near hydrothermal vents in the Pacific Ocean, and have been seen thriving in one of the most extreme environments on Earth. One interesting thing about them is they don't have eyes, and rely instead on their sensitive hairs to navigate the pitch-black depths. Their claws are disproportionately large, which they use to wave over the vents, cultivating their bacterial gardens. The Goliath tigerfish is a true freshwater titan, often referred to as the aquatic equivalent of a lion. Found in the Congo River Basin, this fearsome predator can grow up to 5 feet long and weigh over 100 pounds. Its most striking feature is its mouthful of razor-sharp teeth, some of which can exceed an inch in length. The teeth can perfectly slice through prey like fish, birds, and even small crocodiles. Known for its incredible speed and power, the Goliath tigerfish is a top-tier predator, capable of leaping out of the water to catch its meals. What makes this fish even more fascinating is its ability to detect low-frequency vibrations in the water, allowing it to hunt in murky conditions where visibility is poor. Despite its intimidating reputation, the Goliath tigerfish is a prized catch for sport fishermen, but its aggressive nature makes it a challenging catch. The gharial is one of the most distinctive and unusual crocodilians, easily recognized by its long, slender snout lined with over 100 interlocking teeth. Native to the rivers of the Indian subcontinent, this critically endangered reptile is uniquely adapted for a piscivorous diet, using its narrow jaws to swiftly snatch fish from the water. Males develop a bulbous growth on the tip of their snout, called a gara, which resembles an earthen pot and is used to produce loud buzzing sounds during courtship displays. Gharials are highly aquatic, spending most of their lives in water. Unlike other crocodilians, their legs are relatively weak, making them clumsy on land. Historically, gharials were widespread, but habitat destruction, pollution, and accidental entanglement in fishing nets have drastically reduced their numbers. Conservation programs, including captive breeding and habitat restoration, are underway to save this ancient species. If an insect went to a bougie winter costume party, this one will be a standout. The Venezuelan poodle moth is a mysterious and whimsical creature that captured the internet's imagination when it was first photographed in 2009. With its fluffy white fur-like scales, large black eyes, and curled antennae, it looks like a cross between a moth and a tiny poodle. This bizarre appearance has sparked endless speculation about its origins, but surprisingly little is known about its biology or behavior. Believed to be related to the muslin moth, the Venezuelan poodle moth is thought to inhabit the Gran Sabana region of Venezuela, an area rich in biodiversity. Its fluffy exterior may help it regulate temperature or deter predators, though this remains unconfirmed. The lack of scientific study on this species makes it one of the most enigmatic insects in the world. Its peculiar appearance and elusive nature remind us that even in the age of information, nature still holds countless secrets waiting to be uncovered. Have a look at this strange looking frog now that hardly ever comes out in the open. The purple frog, also known as the Indian purple frog or pig-nosed frog, is a bizarre amphibian that looks like it was sculpted out of clay. With its bloated, rounded body, tiny eyes, and pointed snout, it spends most of its life underground, emerging only for a few days during the monsoon season to breed. They can live on a diet of the food that exists underground, like termites, ants, soil mites, and other small invertebrates. This unusual lifestyle makes it one of the least understood frogs in the world. The purple frog is a living fossil discovered as recently as 2003, having evolved independently for over 100 million years. Its unique adaptations, such as its shovel-like feet, allow it to burrow deep into the soil. This frog is critically endangered due to habitat destruction and climate change, and is found only in the western Ghats of India. The blue dragon, Glaucus atlanticus, is a stunning sea slug that looks like it belongs in a fantasy realm. With its silvery blue underside and vibrant blue stripes, it floats upside down on the ocean's surface, carried by currents and winds. Despite its small size, which is usually no more than 3 centimeters long, this creature is a formidable predator, feeding on venomous jellyfish like the Portuguese man of war. What makes the blue dragon truly remarkable is its ability to store the stinging cells of its prey in its own tissue, using them as a defense mechanism against predators. This adaptation makes it one of the few animals capable of turning its prey's weapons into its own. It's found in temperate and tropical oceans worldwide and is a master of survival in the open ocean. The cereal leaf beetle might not look like much at first glance, but this small, shiny beetle is a significant pest in agriculture. It has a metallic blue-black body with bright red-orange legs and thorax, making it surprisingly colorful for a crop destroyer, 5 to 6 millimeters in length. The cereal leaf beetle is native to Europe and Asia, but has become an invasive species in North America, where it feeds on cereal crops like wheat, oats, and barley. What makes this beetle particularly troublesome is its larvae, which cover themselves in a protective layer of their own fecal matter. This gross but effective tactic deters predators and helps the larvae survive until they pupate. Both adults and larvae feed on leaves, creating a distinctive frosted appearance as they strip away the green tissue, leaving behind translucent, skeletonized patches. This damage reduces photosynthesis and stunts plant growth. Farmers often struggle to control infestations, as the beetles reproduce quickly and are resistant to some pesticides. The scaleless dragonfish Grammatostomaias flagellibarba is a deep-sea predator that looks like it swam straight out of a nightmare. With its elongated eel-like body, massive fang-like teeth, and a bioluminescent lure dangling from its chin, this fish is perfectly adapted to the dark, high-pressure environment of the deep ocean. Its lack of scales gives it a sleek, almost alien appearance, while its large eyes help it detect the faintest traces of light in the abyss. One of its most fascinating features is its ability to produce red bioluminescence, a rare trait in the deep sea where most creatures emit blue or green light. This allows the dragonfish to illuminate prey without being detected, giving it a stealthy hunting advantage. Found at depths of up to 5,000 feet, this elusive predator is a master of survival in one of Earth's most extreme environments. The blobfish has earned its reputation as the world's ugliest animal, but this title doesn't do justice to its fascinating biology. Found in the deep waters off the coasts of Australia and New Zealand, the blobfish's gelatinous, droopy appearance is a result of its adaptation to extreme pressure at depths of 2,000 to 4,000 feet. Out of the water, its body collapses into a blob-like shape, but in its natural habitat, it looks like a typical fish, blending seamlessly with its surroundings. The blobfish lacks muscles, teeth, and even bones, which allows its soft, jelly-like flesh to withstand the crushing pressures of the deep sea. Without a swim bladder, it relies on its gelatinous body to maintain buoyancy, hovering just above the ocean floor. It feeds passively on small invertebrates like crabs and mollusks that drift by, conserving energy in its low food environment. Despite its unappealing appearance, the blobfish plays a vital role in its ecosystem as a scavenger and predator. Unfortunately, deep-sea trawling threatens its survival, and with only an estimated 420 of them left in the world, this unique creature is a stark reminder of the fragility of deep-sea life and the urgent need for conservation efforts. The red-lipped batfish is a quirky and unforgettable resident of the Galapagos Islands. With its bright red, almost lipstick-like mouth, this fish looks like it's ready for a night out. These characteristic lips are thought to aid them in recognizing each other during breeding. Its unusual appearance doesn't stop there. It has a flattened body, modified pectoral fins that resemble legs, and a small horn-like structure on its head called an elysium, which it uses to lure prey. Despite its comical look, the red-lipped batfish is a skilled predator, feeding on small fish, crustaceans, and worms. Interestingly, it's not a strong swimmer. Instead, it walks along the ocean floor using its fin-like legs. Found at depths of around 100 feet, this fish is a master of adaptation, thriving in its unique niche. You may want to have a stuffed version of this next animal in your room because it sure looks very cute. The Dumbo octopus is one of the most enchanting creatures of the deep sea, named for its ear-like fins that resemble the ears of Disney's Dumbo. These fins flap gracefully as it glides through the water, giving it an almost ethereal appearance. Found at extreme depths of up to 13,000 feet, this octopus is perfectly adapted to the cold, dark environment of the abyss. Unlike most octopuses, the Dumbo octopus doesn't have an ink sac, as it has few natural predators in its deep sea habitat. It feeds on small crustaceans, worms, and other tiny creatures, capturing them with its tentacles. One of the most fascinating aspects of this species is its reproductive strategy. Females carry eggs in various stages of development, allowing them to reproduce whenever conditions are favorable. The giant isopod is a deep-sea crustacean that looks like something out of a science fiction movie. Growing up to 2.5 feet in length, this armored creature is a distant relative of the common pillbug, but on a much larger scale. Its tough exoskeleton and segmented body make it a formidable scavenger, feeding on dead whales, fish, and other organic matter that falls to the ocean floor. One of the most intriguing aspects of the giant isopod is its ability to survive in the harsh conditions of the deep sea, where food is scarce. It can go for long periods without eating, sometimes fasting for years. When it does find a meal, it gorges itself to store energy for the lean times ahead. It can be found at depths of up to 7,000 feet and is a testament to nature's ability to thrive in even the most extreme environments. Its prehistoric appearance and fascinating adaptations make it a true icon of the deep sea. The goblin shark, Mitsukurina austoni, is a living fossil and one of the most bizarre-looking creatures in the ocean. With its elongated, flattened snout, protruding jaw, and nail-like teeth, it looks like a prehistoric monster straight out of a horror movie. This deep-sea dweller, often found at depths of 300 to 1,300 meters, is rarely seen by humans, adding to its air of mystery. What truly sets the goblin shark apart is its unique hunting mechanism. Its jaw can extend forward like a slingshot to snap up prey, which is a feature hardly any other shark species have. This rapid movement, combined with its highly sensitive snout, allows it to detect and capture fish, squid, and crustaceans in the pitch-black depths. Despite its fearsome appearance, the goblin shark is slow-moving and poses no threat to humans. Its pinkish-gray skin, semi-translucent in places, gives it an almost ghostly appearance. The goblin shark's ancient lineage, dating back over 125 million years, makes it a fascinating subject for scientists studying evolutionary biology. This elusive predator is a reminder of the ocean's enduring mysteries and the strange otherworldly creatures that inhabit its depths. So tell me, which one of these strange animals was your favorite? Write it down below. That's it for today. If you liked the video, then press the like button and share the video with others. Thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time.